What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and I got a couple of clips here that I figured let me go ahead and just put them all together. Now this guy I was rallying, it looked like they were in a guild that was not going to be able to reinforce them much, so I didn't really worry about checking the phalanx or anything like that, and I believe they only had about 7 million troops, so I wasn't too worried about being capped. The main question is, would they shield? Because I've had this curse that most of the time that I rally, they usually end up shielding. So the main thing was, please don't shield. That was the main thing that I was kind of worrying about. Now the rally is about to walk, so I went ahead and switched over to my cavalry gear because it was a cavalry rally, because I also did notice the heroes that they had in there, and no matter what, worst case scenario, even if they were in range phalanx, we were gonna do enough damage, and they were in infantry phalanx, so they dropped 108 million might on the first hit. Oh my goodness. Also, I went, the reason I actually went with cavalry is you can tell with what they had, they were so heavy on the infantry side for whatever reason. So I make sure that I went cavalry, and I went range wedge as well, just in case they were in a range phalanx. We would actually cut through the range as long as we killed half of them. Now, after that, I'm thinking, okay, they don't really have much left, but our infantry rally is probably going to be the most, it's going to be the one that's going to hit the hardest, and after that, we can actually go ahead and solo infantry, because that's all that it's going to take. With one more rally, that we're going to be done. Now, I also did start noticing that there were a couple of people that ported over from HAA, or HA, and of course with the intention of trying to get the last hit and trying to capture the leader. So I knew that one more rally wasn't going to completely zero this guy, so I made sure that I let everybody know, okay, once the rally starts walking, send an infantry solo march, because remember, they're in infantry phalanx, so their complete backline is going to be ranged. Now they don't have much up front to actually stop my infantry rally. They don't have much infantry or cavs to actually stop it, but I know for a fact that I'm not going to wipe out all their range. So once the rally walks, send your infantry solos, and not only are you going to be hitting a complete counter, you might walk out with a leader. So I went ahead, I'm using 20% because I didn't feel like a 50 or a 70 was actually needed on something like this. And then there goes, make sure that the rally is marching. There goes everybody else with their solo attacks, and as long as we time it fine, we should be able to walk out with it. And yeah, there we go. They got themselves a couple of solo hits, but at the end of the day, we walked out with the leader and about, what, 90% of the kills, which is what we wanted. So there he goes, another hit, this time for 71 million might. Ouch. And yeah, as you can tell, pretty much at the end, the only thing that was left was just a bit of cannoneers. We did get into the ranged, but we just left a couple of cannoneers left, but everybody else, when they were soloing, they pretty much cleaned that out. So pretty much everything that we wanted to do, we did. There goes the two hits, and we walked out with the leader. So that's all that you really want for something like this, and of course for them not to shield, of course. Now this next one right here, it was Spartan that was going to be leading this rally, and it was on Devil 04. Now I went ahead and imported over and make sure that that the rally was filled. It was going to be a heroic cannoneer, and also this one was also very similar because we were going to go ahead and do infantry solo marches right after the rally. So it was kind of the same situation. The rally wasn't going to completely wipe it, but we didn't want anybody actually taking the kill, so we wanted to make sure that we send solos after. Now on there, I was actually checking the phalanx that I was going to be sending in, because if you don't already know, if you send a solo march and you are, let's say you're sending infantry and you go infantry phalanx, you're actually not doing yourself a favor. Make sure that in every march you have 4 of each troop, whether it's a solo or a rally, and make sure that if you're doing that and you want to shield them as much as you can, that you choose the phalanx that is going to have the majority of your troops in the back line. Just an FYI. There's actually a dedicated video that I have for that on my channel. I'll see if I can find the link and leave it in the description. But yeah, we got what, 10 more seconds until we actually get this this rally off, and I'm trying to match my walking speed to the rallies. So here we go. We got that the rally's gonna be walking right now. I got my preset, and there we go, 15 seconds. So I should be hitting right after the rally, because if I hit before, that would kind of be a little bit messed up. And there we go. Now I can go ahead and speed in there, and it looks like I was the second one that hit that go round. But we gotta see these 2 hits, because right now I have 2 hits that I gotta take a look at. The first one is, of course, the rally, and it left about 842,000 troops left. But let's take a look and see what all we got in here. We barely took any losses, as you can tell. We didn't really lose much, and the only thing that was left over was some cannoneers and some siege, which is not really much to write home about. And then, of course, let me go ahead and check out the solo hit, because once I saw that, I'm like, okay, so did I take the leader? And I did take that leader. Looks like somebody definitely got in front of me, but I was able to clean it out. I probably was the one that took out most of the siege. But yeah, that was a good one, because once again, you get the rally, you get the solos right after. And the reason you do that is because, first of all, there wasn't enough to rally left. And you also make sure that you don't have somebody, you know, steal your kills. Now, this one was a rally trap that we ran into. We had, I believe, either 3 or 4 rallies going at once, and they completely ate it up. SK Wingus, I want to say is the name. Oh man, let me tell you, that was a really good trap. The gear was actually okay as well, but man, listen. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we have 4 rallies going at them. Us, BTA, FU, and C1W. And yeah, like we dropped them a decent amount. Like they definitely lost troops, but we lost all our leaders. So yeah, I believe the same trap, actually, the Sugar family that's here went after them as well, and they ate them all up. And they had more than 4 rallies. I think they were going with like 7 or 8. Or something ridiculous like that. So yeah, dude, this rally trap was really good. Now the thing is that I think they ended up either putting a pretty low ransom or releasing the heroes eventually. But look, when you run into traps, you run into traps. And I remember when familiars first came out, everybody was like, oh my god, traps are dead. How are traps gonna be able to do anything nowadays? And look, traps are still doing perfectly fine, unless it's just like overwhelming, like 10 plus rallies or something, which we actually had happen. But that is gonna be a video for another day. But yeah, listen, that completely ate us up. And now on this one, it seemed like it was somebody that has a very high core might, because we had a rally just kind of just waiting, and they're 1.1 billion might, and they're already marching PK Guts with a full range rally. That one smokes. It only goes down by like 1 million, and then Hiroko comes in and lays the hammer. And I'm trying to click, and I'm like, yo, can I see the might? Ooh, 997. Oh baby. So we see fire. Now we're coming in, we're carpeting as well, and there it goes. We drop them down to 936. There goes another rally, this time from Sugarbane. I guess they were just trying to save the leader, and drops them down to 859. Now this one, I think we came in last minute, because they were talking about it in the rally room, and we were like, hold on, how many troops does he have left? And I mean, at the time they had over still like 10 million troops, but by the time we got there, they barely had any troops left. But if you take a look at it, I mean, they only had cannoneers left. So if we would have sent like all infantry, oh baby, that would have been really good. But we sent the wrong thing, and maybe we were just a little bit too late. But let me I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what all the hits looked like from when it actually started to when it ended, because like I said, I came in here at the end, but Yeah, he didn't have, he had some ore left, but I didn't really feel like going in there and trying to get like a couple of million ores. But here's pretty much all the hits, most of the ones that I missed. And I mean, for the guy to still be at 1 billion by the time we launched ours, that's a really good core might. So shout out to global warming for having such a good core might. When you have a core might like that, even if you get zeroed, it ain't really that bad. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.